Yeah, no, I'm posting mine tomorrow. I mean, we can post it today, and I could just type out. Oh crap! I forgot to. What's up, y'all? I have a field trip tomorrow, so we're doing this, and I'll just drop Kilo Deku tomorrow. I apologize because we was doing stuff and getting ready for the field trip that I'm going on tomorrow, and I hope that I'll have time enough to type out a bit Kilo Deku. I started on it. I actually started on what if. Yeah, this is part 4 because we dropped part 3 and part 3.5 because I don't have the app to put them together, so I put 3.5. But yeah, this part 4. Yeah, with Nagi now. Dang, already in the water. JD, you trash. Huh? Yeah, I don't know him. He just come down here to play basketball. So. I only know his name. Everybody say he got dropped as a baby. I'm starting to believe it. But yeah, we don't judge the people who got dropped by their mamas as a baby either. I wouldn't care if he was a crackhead. As long as you ain't trying to give me no crack, you good. Now we gonna have to cut it. I'm just playing. I ain't cutting that out because it's gonna take too long, and I don't feel like cutting that down. But you want to start on the thing before? I know. I said you want to start inside the room because they give us a week. You know, they gave them a week before they played Team G. You know, in the waiting room, like our room where we do the planning and stuff. We're gonna do the planning on that Sunday. So yeah, so I'ma ask Ego, can I go out into the town so I can go out and buy me some snacks? Cause you know I'm a fat skinny boy. I'm very skinny in real life, but not very, cause you know I got a stomach ish. Like, no, the fuck he is. That boy built like a dump truck. What else? What else? Yeah, and if you zoom in, he got a fat pack. That ain't even packs. He just got a stomach. But let's continue. So we start off, and as I said, I asked Ego if I could go out, and I went to go get some snacks. And while I'm getting snacks, you can talk about what you're doing with team 0, because you know I am out getting me snacks. I don't care what y'all do. So. But yeah, I wouldn't return until later that day, and he'll just explain what him and the team did while I was gone, unless he left too.
No video.
Yes, we are.
That's why we didn't want you over here, son.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's crazy how you been in the last 2 videos and claim we ain't make videos. That stupid ass airplane. Sorry about the airplane in the background. Don't come out here loudmouth. Quiet. Oh my gosh, she came. Well, but anyways, since he don't want to explain what him and Team 0 did while I was gone, we're just gonna time skip to when.
Oh. So what we did was we was working on our plays and intentions to beat the #1 team. What did it building?
Huh?
What building this is? Like this building B?
This is building A. You know it goes around. It goes around. I'm at building 1. I meant to say because there's 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're in building A. Then there's B, C, D, and E.
Stay out full court. Stay out full court.
We inside. And we just gonna out.
Or we could go by Naruto terms if you want.
Working on our technical how we gonna beat the so-called #1 team and team everything all way better.
There you go.
Way better than everybody. Even
Ha, he lying, bro funny. It literally took me 1 hour to copy everything he has on his arsenal. You need to shut up. He trash. You couldn't even beat me if I used my own skills.
What skill?
Huh? The skills I made myself before I started copying people. I told you I only knew that I could copy on moves when I turned 10. I had my own moves from growing up. And I still practice them. Just not when you're around, cause then you gonna play a plan to use my moves against me or some bullshit.
Nigga, I'm not you.
Yes, you are.
Man, move, buddy.
You are exactly like me.
Oh, I'm not a copycat. That's Usagi.
No, that's Isagi and Bachira. They both robbed me. I mean, I did teach them moves, but I ain't tell them to follow me while I was doing my secret training.
Man, move.
Get on, you're doing something. It can wait. It can wait.
Shut up.
Wait.
P-I-E-C-E.
He talking about your cousin.
He said peasy.
P-E-E-Z-Y.
Don't come over here playing music. Please don't.
I ain't gonna tell you again. So go on my face.
My bad. Notifications keep up. Give me a second. Sorry about that interruption. I had to pause the video, but we're back. So as I said, I'll return at nighttime. And I'd see everyone sleeping except for Kisei, who'd be over there doing push-ups under his cover thinking nobody noticed. I'd walk up to him and snatch his cover up to see he wasn't doing push-ups, but he had his phone under there and he was throwing it up and catching it, trying to see if he had quick enough reflexes to stop my kicks. Is what he was saying out loud, saying, I'm gonna stop that kick next time. I bet I will. And I snatched the cover off saying, what are you talking about? And he'd be shocked. So he'd look. I'd say, bro, I just got back. And I'd say, hey, so what you wanted out of this bag? I brought a bag full of snacks for the team. Well, it was for me, but then I bought too much. And Ego said I had to share, so. And then he'd ask, why did you call him Ego? I said, well, I call him Ego when I get mad at him. And he'd come on screen behind me and say, what'd you just say? I say, I ain't say nothing, Dad. What you talking about? I say, bro, you be scared of him too if he pulled out a rocket launcher on you if you missed the goal. Yeah, when I was like 12, I shot and missed. And he pulled out a bazooka out of nowhere and said, I bet you won't miss again. And I bet I didn't miss. And I'd look at him and I'd say, but enough with the antics. I'd say, so what do you want out of this bag? And he'd see some more of those energy drinks. And he'd say, where do you keep buying those? I'd say, well, you see, don't tell anyone, but me and my dad made these drinks. And we sold them to an energy drinks place. No, this isn't a sponsor. No, damn well we ain't getting sponsored. But, yeah, he'd be like, he'd say, how did you and your father make this? And he'd say, how did you and your father? What happened? What happened? What happened?
He ain't got red hair no more.
Yeah, his hair is like a blondish, orange color.
They bleached.
Yeah, it's bleached. Why did you only dye the tips of your, well, kind of the tips, because it ain't fully the tips. It's past the tips.
Because if I would, you know how I cut my hair, it was something, if I would do it back, it would be like red or bleach. That's why I'm finna start over. If I don't get like real life. Yeah, let's get back to the video.
But anyways, as he'd say, how did you and Ego make these? And I'd say, well, you see, one day I just came across this plant. And so I picked it up and it looked like a bean. No, it ain't a sensu bean. But it's kind of like it. It works like it, but it has to be in like drink type of thing. Get away from us with the music. And so he'd be like, okay. And he'd look at me, he'd say, why does this sound familiar? And I'd say, but basically I crunched up the bean, I put it in some juice, and then I drunk it when I injured my leg one time because I was tired and I tripped from playing soccer. And then I wasn't tired anymore. As I said, it's not a sensory bean. It didn't heal my leg. I just kind of wasn't tired anymore. So we used it as an excuse to sell these. And now basically we're rich. So, so basically, the people who funded the Blue Lock Foundation. Yeah, they didn't fund the Blue Lock Foundation. It was actually Ego and Noah.
It's all obviously rich.
Yeah, and we're rich because of my findings. And so we planted a bean inside our yard, and then it just made a big ass tree full of beans.
And then I say, hey, yo, Ego, come down here. I'm like, how you gonna let your son be rich than you? That's crazy.
And he'd say the same way on how he's worth more than you right now. And he'd say, what do you mean? And Kisei would say, what do you mean he's worth more than me? And he'd show a leaderboard, but then all of a sudden everybody on team 0 would wake up. And Isagi would say, how much am I worth? Getting up yelling. And Batra would say, no, me first. And he'd say, be quiet. And he'd put on a list, and it showed me in first place being worth 13 million. And then next behind me would be Kisei worth 12.5 million. Then there'd be Sagi worth 12 million. There'd be Bachara worth 11.5. And then there'd be Chigiri and Kunigami, who are both, I said Kunigami, who are both worth 10.5 million. And then Nico would say, how much am I worth? And he'd switch screens saying, well, since you're technically, you don't take the place of a striker, but your striker rating, you're worth 9.8 million. And he'd say, but you being, like, since how your vision of your field vision is very high, and giving that fact alone, you're worth 10 million, but only as a midfielder. So sorry, Nico. He'd say. And Nico would smirk. He'd say, you hear that, Isagi? I'm worth more than you, Bachara, and Kisei, along with Izuku. And I'd say, wait, hold up. What you mean? He'd say, well, I'm worth 10 million. 10.8. He'd say 10 million here, but I'm worth 9.8 million here. And if I put those together, I'm worth 19.8 million. And I'd say, that ain't how this works. I said, that ain't how this works. And he'd be smirking. And I'd say, where's Gagamaru on here? He'd say, well, he's a goalkeeper. And he'd switch the screen again and show that Gagamaru was worth 20.5 million. And I'd look at Gagamaru, who was still asleep. I said, ain't no way, man. I said, let me out of. I'd start walking towards him. And all of a sudden, he'd kick at me. I'd say, what the heck? Did that man just kick at me in his sleep?
Don't do it, Storm. You fought a bear. You don't want some problem.
I said, what you, man, that bad. I fought a bazooka. I was fighting for my life. He don't want these hands. And he'd wake up and he'd say, is it morning already? I'd say, oh, he was asleep. I thought he just kicked at me. So he'd get up and he'd look at his price. He'd say, why am I worth so much? And Ego would say, well, because goalkeepers as good as you are not usually found very often. And when they are found, they usually go up for a high price. And I'd look at Gagamaru, I'd say, well, how much is he worth as a striker? And he'd say, well, he's not worth very much as a striker, but his long forward jumps are very priceful. So he's worth 5.9 million as a striker. And he'd say, by the way, Izuku. And I'd look at him and say, yes. He'd say, you and Kisei also have a ranking as midfielders. And I'd look, I'd say, I bet mine's still higher than yours. And Kisei would say, as if. And I'd say, how much is he worth? And he'd say, 8.9 million. I'd say, 8.9? Hold on, that's kind of high. That man worth 21 million now, if not 22. I say, now how much am I worth? He'd say 7.8 million. And I say, wait, hold up, now something ain't right here.
I'm like, I don't better be. I'm like, hey, I'm like, oh Nico, guess what? Mine's higher now.
And I do the math. I say, mine's still higher than yours. Mine is worth 23 point some million. He'd say, so what? You only a couple more worth a couple more millions. A couple more thousands than me. Damn, why couldn't I say that? And I say, so what? I'm still worth more than you. And I'd look at him and I'd say, hey, yo, Kisei, so what were you doing throwing up your phone and then stopping it right before it hit your face under your cover?
I was not doing nothing.
And I'd say, that's very suspicious, but you guys get some rest. We're doing practice tomorrow. And don't worry, it's not going to be like usual where we're just running around and stuff. We're doing a practice match. Me, Isagi, and Bachira versus Kisei, Chigiri, Kunigami, and Nico. And they'd say, what about Gagamaru? He's obviously on our side. He can play it on field and as goalie. And Gagamaru would say, sure. And I'd say, there, that's the 4-on-4. I'd say, don't worry and think you can win, Kisei, because you know you're losing. And Kisei would look at me and he'd say, what did you just say? I'd say, don't think that you'll win, you gon' lose. And I'd say, I had to dumb it down for you because you're kind of slow.
I told you so. I'm faster than you, brat.
I'd say, yeah, speed-wise, but mentally, I'm way smarter than you.
I'm like, what's your breath you do?
I'd say 35.
That's always 16.
And I'd say, hey, yo, Chigiri, ain't I right? And Chigiri say, no, you both wrong. It's 45. And I'd say, what?
I'm like, ain't no way I'm wrong.
And I look, and Gagamaru would say, all of you are slow. It's obviously 45. I'd say, wait, hold up. Ain't that what Chigiri said? He said, no. Chigiri's kind of drunk. He said 44. I said, what? And I look at Chigiri, and Chigiri be standing there drinking water. I say, wait, hold up. That ain't water. I said, hey, wait, hold up. What's my bag? And then Chigiri would fall over, sleep. I said, hey, no way, bro. Just got lit off my wine coops. That cost me like $25.
So you gave him some and not me, huh?
I say, what you mean? It's a whole... And then I look and I see everybody drinking one. They say, congrats to our dude. I say, hey.
I'm like, hold on. I'm like, hey, you going to jail.
I say, what you mean?
They all underage. You
I ain't getting
jail.
to him. I ain't getting to him.
You bought them. Oh, wait, I'm like, how did you buy those? What I do?
Bro, let's just say that I'm a very well-known face around these parts. And I'm very rich. So, money can get you anything. Just won't give you happiness because you single.
I'm like, you single too.
I say, says who?
Ego.
And I look, I say, you son of a bitch.
I don't think none of us got nothing on her.
I say, those two go together though.
I'm like, besides them two.
And I'd say, hey, yo, Bachira, ain't Isagi your boy? And Isagi would look at Bachira. And Bachira would say, wait, no. I just play with Isagi. I got a girlfriend. I say, since when?
I'm like, ain't no way, Bachira.
I say, since when Bachira had a girlfriend? Isagi would say, oh, I go with a girl that used to be in my class. I say, wait, hold up.
So then you just single now?
I say, what you mean? We still got Gagamaru on that. Ain't no way he got a girl. Gagamaru would say, who? I got like 3 girlfriends. I say 3.
I'm like, you want to be cheating?
I say, well, how you get 3 girlfriends? He said, well, there was her. I'd say her. And I'd look out the door. And it'd be a girl something. I'd be like, where did she get in our room? No, how did she get in our room?
She don't even belong here.
I thought Blue Lock was a male facility. I say, you know what? Hey yo, Key said, I got some. Watch this. And he look at me. He said, what you mean? And I walk up to Gagamaru. I say, yo, Gagamaru, that's your girl, right? He said, yeah. I said, hey yo, Gagamaru, can you move your hair a bit? And I look at his ear. I say, oh, this man really fought a bear. He missing like 2 pieces out of his ear. I said, hey yo, you know he be boxing bears. That's kind of weird. See, my boy that Key said he don't fight bears. He like girls. So go play with them balls.
But no. Hey, Gagamaru, I don't got nothing to do with it.
And Gagamaru would look at. He say, man, I got 2 more. I'll be back. I said, you'll be back. And he walked back in with 2 girls, and he said, we're going to sleep now. I said, bitch, what?
I'm gonna be like, oh, hold on, Gagamaru. I'm finna get you to do something like that. I'm like, look, this is payback.
I said, what you mean by
I'm
that?
like, oh, you don't want to fight. You don't want to be with this 2-tone colored outfit. Go give me my boy Super. He's singing my girl.
I said, hey, what you mean by that? What's going on? Hey, yo, Gagamaru, listen. Why you cracking your knuckles like that? That was all Kisei fault. See, I ain't do
I'm
nothing.
like, no. He said, hey, bro. He told me to go do it.
I say, Gagamaru, you come out here, I'm gonna pop you. Don't walk out.
I'm like, fight.
And he come up and he hit me, but that would be super fast. I say, whoa.
I'm like, oh, see that disappeared. I'm not killing him.
I say, oh, nah. I get up and I walk up to him. And he think I'm finna hit him because I'm running out of. But then I hit a quick turn that I kick Kisei phone. And then I roundhouse kick Gagamaru that run out the room. And Kisei would catch his phone that day. He'd show Gagamaru on the ground. He'd be like, oh.
Oh, he just got beat up and get all my fingers got beat up.
And then Gagamaru would get up and grab the phone and break it. I'd say, oh.
Like, you damn bastard, you just broke my phone.
And then Gagamaru would grab him by the leg and slam him. Boom. Where that bastard go?
I'm like, oh, you bitch, you just fucked up, nigga.
And then they'd be fighting and I'd be peeking around the corner with my phone
like,
recording.
Hey, Gagamaru, go to sleep right quick. I'll just be back. I'll be back. And I'll talk to his girlfriend like, hey, follow me. And I'm gonna record it.
And then I had to walk away when I see them not fighting no more. And I walk up to my father's room. I'd say, yo, Ego. And he say, yo, who? I say, yo, Dad. How have you how you been? How you been? And he look at me, he'd say, what do you want, Izuku? I'd say, so you know how you have and he'd say, spit it out. I'd say, well, you know Henri, right? And he'd say, yeah. And then I'd hear footsteps. I'd say, shit, I gotta make this fast. I'd say, did you know that Kisei likes Henri? Ain't that your assistant? He told me not to tell, but you my dad, and I had to let you know. And he'd say, oh, really? I'd say, yeah. He'd say, he'd call out Henri, and Henri would come out, and I'd say, God, and she looked, I said, hey, yo, my friend Kisei like you. And Kisei would open the door. And he'd say, accusations. I'd say, my nigga, wait. And he'd say, false accusations. I'd say, oh, really? That's what you said?
I'm like, hey, don't come in here. I'm handling some business.
And I'd be holding my phone. I say, so you say you don't like her?
I'm like, yeah, I ain't say that.
I say, bet. And I'd play a video and it'd say, I like Henri. But it'd be in Kisei's voice. And I say, see, I told you.
I'm like, see, I'm so famous that he used that voice changer app to make him sound like.
I say, well, by what voice changer out?
I'm handling the business. I got all Gagamaru girlfriends in here. Trying to make some.
And then look, Gagamaru would be coming down the hallway. He'd say, and he'd be eating a steak. I say, where the hell you get that steak from? I want some. He'd say, have you seen my cousins? I say, yo, cousins? He said, yeah, the 3 girls. We played a prank on you guys. I'd say, oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'd say, oh, yeah, they in this room. And he'd walk in, and he'd hear. And I'd be looking. I'd say, ooh, they finna fight. And then Henri would look at me, and she'd be like, what are you doing with your phone? I said, don't worry about it. I'm finna record something. And she grabbed me by the back of my hair and start dragging me down the hall. I said, you son of a bitch. Let me go. And then Gagamaru would say, all right, my cousin's got to go home, so you're going to have to finish up real fast. And I'd break down. I say, he got to do what? I say, he can't be my rival if he got babies.
But I ain't having no kids yet. But, you know, and now I say, all right, y'all better put y'all clothes on and leave. I got a game. I'm feeling real lot of energy right here.
And so then we'll do a time skip to game day. And I'd look, I'd say, hey, yo, those two look interesting. The one with the purple hair and the one with the white hair also. I mean, the white haired one kind of looks lazy. So, I mean, I used to be lazy until I met somebody. And I'd look at Kisei. But I'm glad I'm not lazy anymore because, you know, then my dad would have pulled out that bazooka again. I don't even know what he do. I don't know where he be getting it from. It just appear out of nowhere.
This ain't gonna be a bazooka. It's gonna be a cannon now. You got big.
A cannon? Man, what he gonna do with a cannonball? I'm gonna weave that bit. And then it take too long to reload them. Now I'm gonna run for my life.
I'm like, I got you. You go, I'll catch you.
I say, man, when I start running, you might catch up to me. But I got more stamina than you. So we just gonna have to run around the block a couple times. Then I'm gonna take off on you.
Throw a rock at your head.
Bro, you must forgot. I'm the weave master. I'm gonna start weaving like I'm Goku. He gonna say, so you out here copying animes again? I say, again, I can't do that. But I can copy dodges. He say, what you mean? I say, hey, yo, pick up all them rocks right there and start throwing them.
Oh, nah, you wanted me to go.
And he throw them rocks and I start dodging. But then he throw one that I wouldn't see and it hit me upside my head. I said, that's son of a bitch.
I'm like, I got you.
I'd say, piece of shit. I don't care. I'd say, hey, but you ready to whoop this team?
Yeah.
And take that white haired kid?
I'm like, let's beat them 5-0.
And he said, nah, I want the purple haired kid. I say, why you want the purple haired kid? He doesn't look that interesting.
Like, cause he got that drip.
I say, just cause he can pull both girls, then you don't mean he want to be your friend.
I'm like, I know you just seen me with Gagamaru cousins the other day.
I say, and I know you saw him with all them girls before he walked in this room, right? And you say, how he get all them girls in here? I say, don't worry about it. He got special permission because he got money.
But I got money.
So, but he paid. Cost $1 million to bring in all them biddies that he brought in. Man brought in like 15 girls trying to show off his own. He said his treasure wanted to be happy or wanted to be entertained. He said something like that. And he asked, could he bring in 15 girls? You got a big ass bee on your arm. It's flying around your face. Oh, don't bring your ass over.
Get it?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna kick it. That bitch ain't gonna sting me. I'm gonna sting his ass back. My finger. I'm gonna just. Hell no. Hell no.
Come on, guys.
Bruh. Alright, so I'd walk up to the white haired kid. I'd say, why the hell is he so tall, bro? What he on? Steroids?
I'm like, oh, yo, man, his hair almost the same color.
I'd say, me and him almost the same height. Except for bro got like 2 to 3 inches on me. I'm 6 foot, he like 6'4".
I told y'all, like it last. I'm 6'9".
No, he not.
6'9".
Bro, it's 5'12". I'm just playing. He's 6 foot. We both 6 foot. Okay. He's 6 foot. He is 6 foot. No 6'9".
Nah.
Oh yeah, you could be 6'9".
I'm 6'8".
Nah, he's 6'9". Y'all heard it from him. Did you just get beat up?
Yeah, by God tomorrow.
Nah, bro, you got beat up by them niggas at the gym too. You can't forget that. You said, yeah, your thing 6'9", ain't it?
No, I'm just 6'9".
Nah.
6'9".
But nah, for real. But we both 6 feet, and I say, hey yo, hey, how come you always carrying him on your back when he taller than you? Shouldn't he be carrying you on his back? And Rayo would say, blasphemy. Now he's my treasure. I'd do anything for him. I say, hey, I whisper in Kisei's ear, hey, that's kind of gay, don't you think?
I'm like, y'all, we got 2 on our hands.
I'd say, wait. Before we continue, we have nothing against gay people. All right, continue.
For 15 times.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
I'm like, hey, you think we can get both of them?
I say, yeah. Depending on how the purple haired guy plays. I seen how the white haired guy plays. I haven't played against him personally, but from the match that I seen, cause I copied his move. The purple hair guy ain't have nothing impressive to copy. I looked at one of his matches and saw that all he did was pass the ball, really.
And I'm like, what is that move?
Huh? Oh, well, he can trap the ball very little to no effort. This man is goated at ball control. So watch out. I mean, if you want me to, I can take him on. You can take purple hair guy, and the rest of our team can handle
I
them.
don't want purple hair guy.
I say, why not?
See that dude with the black hair?
Say,
I want to guard him. He's seen faster than Cheever.
I say, oh, you mean Zantetsu? Yeah. Hey, you wanna hear something that I heard about him? Apparently he's just as stupid as you. That man only found out about his speed when he didn't know how to count how much money to pay for a bus fare, so he ran home. He didn't know how much it was to pay, so he got off the bus and started running home. Y'all got the same amount of blood on brain cells. One.
Don't with him his stupidity. At least I know what 2 plus 2. And you don't.
I say, bro, you got it completely wrong. I told you it was 45. I'm just going. I say it was 33.
And it's 18.
And Nagi would say, are they stupid? And Rayo would say, they gotta be stupid. And I say, huh? You said something purple hair? And he'd say, yeah, because the answer is 4. I'd say, 4.
Now where you get 4 from? You see your eye not lifted again.
And man would raise one eye while keeping the other one down. He'd say, what did you say? I'd say, that weird ass eye thing. Yeah, brother got dunked on.
When I get out down catching the body, soon as I touch ball, somebody
But I'd say, bro, you need to stop doing that. Girls don't find that attractive. And he'd look at me, he'd say, what you know about getting girls? I look at him, I say, I know you see the drip. I know you see the air. Bro, look at my hair. I'm fresh. Bro say, yeah. How many girls you had yesterday? I say, girls I had yesterday. Well, I went to this restaurant yesterday, and like 25 girls came up to my table talking about, hey, let me sit with you. And I was like, no, I'm not gay, because that's gay.
like, now you must be slow.
And I say, what you mean?
I'm like, I knew that's not good. Come on now.
Bro, shut up. I was pretending to be stupid.
Oh, you is. You don't even know what's 2 plus 2.
Bro, again, you slow. It's not no 18 or whatever you said.
18.
No, it ain't. 33. That is the answer.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, yo, Ego. And he'd come down, he'd say, what did you say, Key say? And Key say, nah, that wasn't me. That was your son. I said, no, I didn't. Father, he lied. He know he called for you.
I'm like, where would I come from? I'm like,
And I said, hey, after the answer to 2 plus 2, 33. Tell him it ain't no 18. And Ego would stop. He'd just freeze. He'd look at me. He'd say, how the hell are you, my son? I said, what do you mean by that?
I'm like, I told you, right? Ain't it 18?
He'd say, and Noah would come in from behind him. He'd say, that ain't my son.
I'm like, what you mean? Ain't it 18?
He'd say, the answer's 4. Now start. And then we'd hear the whistle. And I'd say,
Ain't no
well,
way that purple twitch it out nigga got it right.
I'd take the ball and I'd pass it to Kisei. But then all of a sudden I'd say, hey, yo, don't jump for the ball. And Kisei would be like, what do you mean? Do not let him get that close to the ball. And then Nagi would jump in the air and trap the ball with 1 foot. And he'd kick it behind his head. Like, while he's still in the air, he'd bounce it up. And Rayo would take it and start running upfield with it. I say, that's what I'm talking about. He has excellent ball control. And Chigiri would dash off against Nagi. But then Isagi would say, no, go back to the other guy. And Chigiri would say, what guy? And then all of a sudden, Zantetsu would dash past him. And Nagi would pass the ball to Zantetsu, who would score the first point. And I'd be pissed now. I'd say, hey, you, what the hell are you doing?
I'm like, oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to figure out what's 2 plus 2.
I'd say, didn't you hear my dad? It's obviously 4. I'm like, come on now.
I'm like, it ain't no way it's 4.
Bro, get your head in the game. We can figure this out later.
If I score this next points, it's 18.
I'd say, if I score 2 points and you score 2 points, how much that is?
Oh, that's 4. score?
And I said, "No, what's 2 plus 2?"
18.
I said, "Damn, he's slow." And I look at him and I say, "Hey, we gotta get that point back." And you see, I need to get that point back because you know I should never have passed that ball.
I'm like, pass the ball to me.
I say I did, and you sold.
I'm like, it was my fault that he didn't score.
I say, well, you start off with ball, and I'd sit down at the middle, and he blow the whistle, and they see me dribbling the ball, well, juggling the ball with my feet while I'm sitting down. And Rayo would try to take the ball, and I'd say, "Are you open yet?"
I'm like, yes, just swing it.
And I kick the ball while I'm still sitting down, and I do a breakdance move, and I push off the ground, landing on high.
And then
I'm not on the lake. I'm right here.
When I get the ball, I would use the Bulls versus and I score.
But whose phone is it, Joseph?
And I dash, and there's a spin behind Rayo, and now you will come like, hey, cycle, catch. And I'm like, pass it to Botcher. And like, hey, Botcher, pass it to me when I'm close by the goal. I'm going to score off your kick.
I'd say, all right, here I come. I'll get you open. Don't worry about it. And he say, what you mean by that? And he see me dash past him.
Like,
And,
don't
what
get a red card today.
I say, what you mean red card? You ain't running at full speed, so let me dash past you and get you a free goal. And he see me take the ball before it lands at Botcher's feet. And he see me get in a circle of people and start dancing around with the ball. In a circle, like I'd be dancing around the ball. I wouldn't be dribbling. Like I just literally just stop and start dancing with the ball while I'm walking in a circle.
Like,
And they be trying to get the ball from me.
My homeboy, do y'all out there. Me personally, I won't let him cross up the whole team.
I say, I even stopped to start dancing. Look at me. And then I say, you ready to shoot yet? You in range?
I'm like, nah, we hit the moonwalk next.
I said, bet. And I kick the ball up and down. And I pull a hat out of the door. I put it on my head and I start hitting the moonwalk.
I'm like, nah, swing.
I say, bet. And I jump in there and I kick it.
And I scored.
And I pass him the ball. And as he said, he scored the ball. And Rayo, being Rayo, he'd say, he do that weird shit where he lowers his eye. He basically, what's the word? I do not know the word for that face. It's kind of weird. I mean, I do it all the time too for no reason. Like whenever somebody says some weird shit to me, I just what? What you said?
Why you asked to post that video?
What video?
Don't
video?
come back here doing it again. Cause we gonna post this one too.
Yeah, we posting all these. Watch out, Rod. Hey, who phone this is? This Joseph phone, man.
How long it is?
Your phone.
How long it is?
That's JJ.
I know. So far, it's 37:56.
I just finished this game and then we go.
Yeah, this game finna take us like 40 minutes at most. No, 45. 45, cause
Cook there.
yeah, it's 38. It's 38 right now. 38-10.
Oh, you talking about 2:45? But you talking about 45 minutes at it.
Oh no.
I'm like, no, boy, you finna blow them out.
And so about all I was saying, I had to say, hey yo, purple haired guy. And I do the face he do it. It don't look too good, and I do it. And he'd say, you should do that more often. The girls like it. And I see him on FaceTime. I say, my boy, where the you get that phone from?
I'm like, nah, he getting rich.
And
He get more than me and you combined.
bro would turn his camera and he'd say, hey yo, who got more drip on? That one with the sparkly clothes or the one with the black hair? Or is it me? And he pull out $100,000 in his hands. I said, wait, hold on, I can do that too.
I'm like, I can double it.
Shit, I can quadruple it.
I'm really like,
And they say, him, y'all ain't got no money. I say, don't got, man, hold up. I pull out the money and I start flexing. I throw it in the air. And all of a sudden, Nagi, like it be in the band. Nagi would jump in there and trap it with his foot. I say, hey, can I get my money? And he'd grab the money and he'd say, here. I'd say, hey yo. And I'd say, Nagi, why don't you leave that loser? He's kind of trash at this game, don't you think? And we'd hear the whistle blown, and Nagi would trip me up. And Kisei would be shocked that go your girl. Well, the girl Joseph. Like, yeah.
I was say if it was a purple wig.
Junior,
She had green beans, man.
about the old thing.
Oh, you still on?
Why is you so close on the phone?
What?
Why is you so close on the phone? I'll kick that phone in that wall.
Don't be paying attention.
Who? I will boot that phone.
Show me tomorrow. Okay. I got retract tomorrow. But he got retract.
Oh, so you ain't suspended, you got retract?
I got retract. Till Friday.
So you ain't technically suspended. You're just gonna be the retract one.
I was gonna be suspended, but you know, Miss Davis said since it's the end of school and he don't want me to miss one of my assignments and shit, so he's just gonna give me the school suspension.
So back to what I was saying.
Oh, I ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't do nothing wrong.
Nagi would trip me up, as I said, and I'd say, hey yo, Kisei, yeah, I'm finna take this game serious.
Miss Hunter, the assignment that Miss
And I'd say, hey yo, Kisei, you remember those trainers? Why you talk so low? I'm trying to talk over. I'm trying to talk over you. Talk lower. Do it.
Keep going. You already at 38. You said 45.
Yeah, 45. It's at 40, 41.
Come on, we can hurry up.
Bro, no, let's continue this game after, cause we just might as well continue it. I put part 5. But let's go ahead and at least get 2 points, cause they already got 1, we got 1. Let's do 2 points. 3. Nah, cause let's get the last 3 points, cause we gotta have Nagi evolve to where he wanna get points by himself too.
Oh yeah. Alright, y'all. See y'all in this.
Nah, we still got a minute to go.
If y'all don't say 26K, y'all out.
26K.
Y'all, 26K.
So
Go listen to my music.
back to what I was saying. I'd say, hey yo, Kisei, let's get a bit serious, and that's where we leaving it off. Yeah, cause
C murder. Go follow my music.
I ain't even lie to you. We did not. I don't think I've ever scripted a video, but these. No, I know for a fact I never scripted a video.
Vocals probably be so funny. We don't even be on track. We don't even know what we talking about most of the time.
Nah, I know where I'm at, but like the things where we be just playing around talking about, yeah, that's when I forget about everything. I forget all about it. But we finna go hoop before my cousin have to go. So I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.